I know I'm not going to gain any favor. I'm going to get critiqued for saying this, but this is just how I feel. I tell you how I feel on the show. Once again, it's not my place to judge. I can only imagine what this person is going through. I say this with the deepest humility possible. Deepest humility possible. But Erika Kirk goes up there. First of all, she declares herself the CEO of the organization. Is that really appropriate? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't think that an organization, a big political organization that's traditional, how is that consistent with those values? All this talk about biblical values, the values Charlie Kirk defended, now we have a female girl boss. And maybe that sounds disrespectful in the moment, but it's what it is. She's now going to become the CEO. That makes sense the week that he's killed in a year. Does that make a ton of sense? Not so sure. And she gets up there and she says she forgives the killer. Now, once again, I say this with the deepest humility. How she responds to this is her right. It's not even my place to say it's her right. Of course it's her right. It's her husband. It's the father of her children, of course. And like I said, I cannot even imagine what she's going through, and I pray for her, and God bless her. God bless her and her children and her late husband. But she said she forgave the killer. And this I have a problem with. A lot of people responded to this, and it was a controversial remark. And a lot of people said that was weakness. People said, and I think I understand that reaction, people said, we're being murdered, and we're so eager to forgive. And other people responded to that, and they said, well, there's no tension there. They said, because we can forgive on a personal level, while also pursuing justice on the level of government. In other words, we can let go of revenge and pain and bitterness on a personal level, while also pursuing justice for the good of society, for the good of the perpetrator and their victims, because God is not just merciful, he's also just. But I would say that both of these positions missed the mark. This was my thought on it. She either meant what she said or she didn't.
Believe me, she didn't. And people will also probably judge me because of this, but like, I think Erika Kirk is like so fake, like for real. Like she is also starting to annoy me like so much. She is way too much in the picture. And like just her speech at like the memorial of Charlie Kirk, it's just too much. And she is starting to annoy me and probably more people. But also like what she was doing while she was making this, I don't know if you guys have seen this, like she made like a video on her Instagram and she took like a picture of, she was holding the hand of Charlie Kirk when she was standing next to his coffin. And she posted this online. That's like so inappropriate in my opinion. Like you can't do that. That's so disrespectful. And of course she is like, she was the wife of Charlie Kirk. I understand that she is maybe allowed to do this. But also she is like way too much in the picture. I get the feeling that she wants to make like Turning Point USA into like Erika Point USA. It's just too much. And like, feel free to debate me, but this is just how I feel. And I'm just being honest about it. Like Erika Kirk, she should take some time, like take some rest and spend some time with your family, with your children. They need you now. And stop being like, she just wants to be in the picture the whole time. It's starting to annoy me. I just wanted to share this.
And I find both to be problematic. She said, I forgive the killer. And everybody applauded, and this was the shot heard around the world. That's actually a horror. I mean, shouldn't say it that way, but this was like the big line. I didn't say that to be funny or glib. This was like the big line of the night that everybody was talking about. She said, I forgive the killer. And I heard that, and I sort of said, that's not right. And I'm going to tell you why. What was taken from her is her husband, but also the father of 2 young children. And also up to and potentially 50, 60 years, maybe more, of memories, of support, of love, of everything. Think about the magnitude of what was lost. This was a young couple. They would have had more kids. Think about how many days where they kiss each other before they go out to work. Think about how many late nights where they're taking care of each other. Think about how they grow old together. Think about how the father is there for the children when they meet their first, when they go and have their first day of school, when they go on a first date, when they go off to college, when they get married, when they have children of their own, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, weddings, all kinds of different things. Think about the magnitude of what was stolen from these people, stolen from Charlie's mother, from his sister, from his wife, from his children. And this guy had to be the light of their lives. This is an ambitious, remarkable, energetic, charismatic guy. And it's not to say that we don't mourn the loss of anybody, but this guy was the center, the rock of his family, his extended family, his colleagues. People looked up to him. He mentored people. Like, this was a solid guy. He could have been the president, man. Think about what was stolen from him and everyone he loved and everyone that loved him. It's been 11 fucking days. If she meant that she forgave him, and I'm not mad at her, but if she sincerely forgives him, I don't know. Is there an accounting of that loss? Maybe it just hasn't set in.
I mean, it makes me mad, like seriously. And I will speak for myself, but I could never ever forgive the person who does this to one of my family members, my wife, my children, just anyone close to me. If someone assassinates like someone who is really close to me, and in this example, like your wife, your husband, for Erika, I could never, ever, ever forgive this man. And this is also why I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, people will maybe hate me, but this is also why I think that this whole like, oh, I forgive you, was fake AF. It was fake AF. She is just like being a drama queen, and she just likes to be like in a picture again. And oh, we have new headlights on like on the news and everywhere, social media, online. Erika Kirk forgives the murderer of her husband. No, I would, and I will speak for myself again, I would never ever forgive this freak who did this to my family, to me, my family, my parents-in-law, like just everyone. It's just sickening. But anyway, maybe I'm the wrong guy, but you get the point. Like seriously, I could never ever forgive a person who did this to my family, and I'm curious about if you would do this.
That would be pretty extraordinary. If you could forgive somebody with all of that being taken from you, and you really mean that. Is it even really, on some level, your place? It's not my place either. But think about what was taken from Charlie Kirk. He's an ambitious guy. Your wife goes and forgives your killer. Was that vanity? Was that haughtiness? I don't mean to be overly critical, but I didn't like that. If she's telling the truth, I scratch my head and I say, there's something wrong with that. If you mean that, that's just like, it's all almost superhuman levels of forgiveness, which is possible. Or it might be a little flippant. And that gets to the other part, which is maybe she doesn't really mean that. And if that's the case, I really hate the remark. Because you shouldn't say you forgive your husband's killer if you don't really forgive him. You shouldn't say that. And the way the speech came across to me, it sounded like that is something that they talked about with speechwriters. They sat down, and maybe I'm being cynical here, fair enough. But it sounds like they sat down with speechwriters and they said that would be a moment, the moment. That would be a moment in the speech. Like that was a premeditated discussion, because that's a scripted speech. And they said, I think I'm going to forgive the killer. That would be powerful. And you know, maybe I'm cynical for saying that, but to me, that comes across as a cynical, calculated play. And what are they setting her up for? A political career? You know, she's in prime time. She's now the CEO of Turning Point. People are talking about Don Jr. and Charlie on the ticket. Is she going to be on the ticket next? I hate to talk like that. I know that sounds so terrible. I know that sounds shitty. But that's how it came across to me. Then I see the fundraising email. They send out a fundraising email from Erika Kirk. And you should read the email. It says, every heartbeat, every moment, I think of him. Dear Patriots, and there's a donation link at the bottom. And here's why I say this. People are critiquing me. They're saying, you're saying this because you're nasty, because you're jealous, because you're all the rest of it. You know what? God bless Charlie Kirk. He left such a remarkable legacy that the President of the United States spoke at his memorial. I don't care what anybody says. That is remarkable. And God bless that. And on some level, I wish he could see it. Because there's something actually, I'm sure, immensely fulfilling and gratifying for his team to see that. When they say that Charlie would have wanted it, I believe them. I believe their intentions are good on some level, some of them. I think a lot of them are saying, we're going to give you the biggest show. That's what he would have wanted. And I know Charlie Kirk is looking down from heaven and saying, I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Millions of supporters, the president, so God, there's really no animosity here. The only reason that I say this, and I said this on my Telegram channel the other day, what you see in the Republican conservative movement over and over and over again is the people are decent. The masses of supporters of the GOP, the voters, the people that attend that event, the people that attend the event, that go into the overflow arena, the people that, God bless these people that go there earnestly with their MAGA hats, and they bring their rosaries, and they're moved to tears, and they showed up early in the morning to get in line. I mean, these are earnest and decent Americans. Earnest, decent, God-fearing Christians, Americans. I mean, it makes you emotional to watch. These are good people.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Nick on this one. I saw the whole event, and it just like exactly what Nick is saying. The people, it gives you hope. Like it still gives me hope that there are like normal, good American people. Like, of course, like there are many, but when you saw like the footage of like this whole event, you saw exactly what Nick just said here. You saw so many caring, good, like even well-dressed like American people, and it's just like it gives you hope. And then it's why it's so sad that many of these people, they don't even know that there is like so much shit going on behind the scenes, behind like Turning Point USA. They show up there at a Turning Point USA event, and they probably don't even know like who are the biggest donors of Turning Point USA. They probably don't even know who were the biggest supporters of Charlie Kirk. But it's true, like all those people, it like I almost like it gave me the shivers to see like all these people like being there, caring about Charlie, and it gives you hope. Very good. But some of these people, I think they have no idea what is like really like happening in our country. But that's, again, this is just my opinion. I'm sure many of you who watch, they probably know. They know. And more people should know about this. Like, it's not a conspiracy, but there's a lot of things going on where you and me, they won't say it on like the news and on social media, and they won't talk about it. But if you dig deep into it, you will probably know what I mean.
How little they have, how little Americans have these days. We have been deprived of our sovereignty, of our suffrage. We are being deprived of our way of life, our quality of life. We are being insulted and disrespected, or being shot at, hunted in the streets, it feels like sometimes. And, you look at these like salt of the earth people. They're plain. They're not sophisticated, actually. They're not, there's no pretension. It's older people, it's younger people. They're seeking something real. They get in their cars, they drive to the arena, they come from all over, they get in line real early, they wait in line, talking to each other, talking about their memories, talking about God, going back to church for the first time. They're there all day. They watch the program. Okay, all right, I'll sign up to vote. And you see this over and over and over again. And these people, they donate what little money they have. They take a day off work. They make a weekend out of it. They watch the show. They send in the message, hey, Tucker, I'm a big fan. I love your show. I'm just some regular guy. They really believe in this stuff. And you know what the leadership of this movement does? They fucking stab them in the back every day. Every day. The people that run this whole thing, they're very different than the people that support the whole thing. They're different than the people that supply the votes, the donations, the views. The people that run it are very different. The people that supply the votes, the money, the attention, these are salt of the earth Americans. They actually work real jobs. They've been here for generations. They actually believe in God, and they believe to the extent that there's wacky denominations, Christianity, they sincerely and earnestly believe this stuff to the point of death. The people that run this stuff are not like that at all. You know, Elon Musk isn't even American. He wasn't even born here, and he doesn't believe in God. Okay? Vivek Ramaswamy, where's this guy even from? He comes here and tells us, what did Vivek Ramaswamy say? The reason you guys don't have jobs is because you don't work hard enough. That's why Indians, we're better. We work harder.
No, they're with almost like 2 billion. But anyways, excuse me guys, I'm also not, you can hear it, you can probably hear it as well. I was also not born in the USA. I'm honest about it. I was not born in the USA. But I love this country. I will die for this country. And I will give everything I have to America if I need to do this. Like seriously, I love this country. I want to make this very clear. I'm also not like originally born in the United States. Like, of course, excuse me for my English as well. Like, my English is not the best. I will work on it. Like, sorry. I'm trying my best. But I love this country. I will die for it. And I will give everything I have for this country. Like, for real. So, it's also like, please, Nick, don't blame all the foreigners. Because there's also some good foreigners like me, seriously. Like, even with my channel, I'm just trying to spread the word, you know. Like, America needs to wake up. This was my whole idea about creating this channel. America needs to wake up. Like, come on.
They're glib, they're arrogant, they're flippant. People like Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller took this as an opportunity to LARP as Goebbels. He's given a speech about revenge and we build things and... You know, this Jew from LA. And a lot of these other people, they are there collecting money. There's a lot of good people in Turning Point. There's also a lot of people in Turning Point that are just there for the money. Donor checks. It's a $140 million a year organization. They are there. There's a lot of them that are there for the money. And that's the part that really pisses me the fuck off. That's the part that really bothers me. Because, and I'm one of these people. When Charlie Kirk got shot, I did not like this guy at all. At all. You know, I mean, I respected certain things about him. Like I said, I think he's a hard worker. I think he was talented, ambitious. You know, there's a lot of things personally about him that I respected, but I did not like the guy. I did not agree with him. And I'm not saying I'm like a great guy, but when he got shot, it even made me emotional. I'm saying as somebody that didn't even like the guy. I can only imagine what people that they were supporters felt. And once again, I can see the Republican machine is gearing up to once again use the good faith, the earnestness, the decency of its supporters cynically against their own interests. Hey, all of you people seeking God, seeking meaning with all the violence and chaos. Hey, all of you people that were weeping over the death of this young man, that sympathize because you've got a young son or you're like one of these young guys. Hey, all you dummies, go and vote Republican so they could give more corporate tax cuts, go to war with the Middle East. so that we could, behind closed doors, mock you, laugh at you, insult you, deprive you of your birthright, and guilt trip anybody that criticizes this operation. That's the part I have a problem with.
Like, you can say whatever you want about Nick, but you can't call him a liar. Like, he is speaking some real facts. Like, seriously, like, I almost felt like this whole memorial was more like a Republican Party event or something like this. But anyways, I'm very curious about your opinion as well. What do you think about this? Like, do you agree with Nick? Do you disagree with Nick? Please share your opinion in the comments. I'm very curious. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you really like this video, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And last but not least, guys, I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.